Hi, mystery writers. Welcome to Write a Killer Mystery, where we learn to make a good mystery great. And today we're going to talk about reading and how important it is for writers to read. First, I want to thank you for stopping by and enjoying the video. And if you like what happens here, buy me a coffee. There's a link in the description below. Okay, today I want to talk about 6 benefits to improve your writing abilities. What does reading do for a writer? It's so important, and it's one of the best ways to become a better writer. By reading, you can learn how to improve your writing through observation, and you can also learn about new techniques and develop a unique style for yourself. I think that's one of the things that especially beginning writers struggle with, is developing their own unique style, and reading can really help with that. If you want to become a better writer, books can get you there. And no matter the genre, reading is an essential piece of the puzzle for writers. So you can read to learn writing strategies, word choice strategies, syntax, all of these things that will help supplement your own writing. So let's look at some of those 6 ways. And the very first thing is reading expands your thinking. What you may think of reading to discover style or vocabulary, at the highest level, reading expands your thinking. Yes, it does do style and it does help vocabulary, but its biggest benefit is expanding your thinking. Reading generates divergent thinkings, and that's new ways of thinking about things. And divergent thinking generates creative ideas. So there you go. So divergent thinking explores many possibilities and solutions in a non-linear process. They're all just like all these ideas are out there, and you get to pick and choose. And reading really helps you develop that. Because when you're reading, you form new ideas, and you expand your thinking about your current writing project, and you discover ideas for subsequent product. Reading is an idea generator, so just think of it like that. Reading is an idea generator. Reading also refines your critical thinking. Because you discover a wealth of ideas, you expand the choices for decision making about your own writing. The more choices you have, the better you're able to choose the things that fit with your style and your way of thinking and your way of writing. Decision making is the process of making choices by gathering information, assessing alternative resolutions, and choosing the best option as the final resolution. And that is one of the ways that reading helps you. It just helps you think about all these different choices that you have. And so it's like, what makes a good book for you? What make a good book for you may not be the same as what makes a good book for me or for another writer. Or how does your favorite author use theme and subtext? So if you can critically assess the book that you're reading and determine what makes good writing, you'll be able to bring a similar thoughtfulness to your own work. Excuse me, I have terrible allergies. So as a writer, you have multiple choices about how to construct your mystery novel. And from your characters and dialogue to tone and sentence length, your choices result in the final version of your story. And the more you read, the more you discover how many different choices you have. All right. So reading also reveals different writing styles. If you've done any reading at all, you notice that stories are told in a multitude of different styles. And this can impact your own writing, because reading different styles of books exposes you to a variety of the mechanics and the stylistic choices that other authors make. And it's why it's important to read outside of your own genre. So we're talking about mysteries. So read books that are outside of your own genre, because they are going to expand your idea of stylistic choices. Style is how you tell the story, all right? You may have a great plot for your mystery, but unless your style is engaging, you're going to lose readers. So you want to develop your own style. And reading a variety of styles helps you make stylistic choices for your own work and develop your own unique writing style. It's one of the great benefits to writers of reading a variety of books. So reading does demonstrate grammar in context. So you can think about reading as helping you understand grammar better without a textbook. It's much more fun to read a story, all right? So grammar in context shows you how other writers communicate with the use of their sentence structure and their punctuation and their phrasing. And so without using a textbook, you get a sense of how grammar works in written words. So you'll see how subordinate clauses embellish a thought, or how a sentence fragment emphasizes a point. These are things that are, grammar, but they're actually ways that you can use grammar to enforce your writing style. So reading a wide variety of books will probably teach you more about grammar usage than any textbook. I really think that's true. The more you read, the more you just sort of internalize all the different ways you can use grammar. Reading inspires fresh ideas. Regular reading exposes you to new ideas and techniques. It's like, whoa, this is an interesting way to tell a story, all right? And you reinvigorate your creative juices and inspire new ideas for your writing project. It may be the project you're working on now, or it may be a project that you're thinking about for the future. So the first person narration is filled with subtext that would be difficult to present, say, with third person point of view. Or staccato sentences imply urgency even when they fill the story with details. So that you get these new ideas of how to do things in your story, how to write things in your story. And I'm sure you heard this in school, but it's really true. Reading does expand your vocabulary. Words are the building blocks of writing, and reading exposes you to new ways to use familiar words and includes new words you can then incorporate into your working vocabulary and your writing. The more words you know, the easier it is for you to use the right words as you write. And when you're going along in a sentence and you just want that one word that fits the sentence, the more words you know, the easier it is for you to find that right word. Your writing will flow without you having to stop to search for the right word to express your idea. So having a large vocabulary will help you with your writing. So I think the most important thing is to read as a writer. We all love reading stories, and as a writer, there's another level. You do read for the story and how the story is told. But reading is a step in the writing process, and reading makes words vivid and human and readable. And reading teaches you a lot by providing necessary information and the opportunity to think about what you have read and how you feel about what you've read. It's really expanding your thinking and your ideas in your mind. And reading can shape your initial thoughts about your current writing project. I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but I know this happens to me. I'll be reading a book and I'll just be so struck, say, with the author's style or the way they delineate a character. It just gives you more to think about for your own stories. And the more you read, and you use specific writing techniques that you discover as you're reading, the more you'll improve as a writer. It's just a natural process that the more you read, you'll become a better writer. So read to develop your own voice. Okay, I hope that helps. Once again, I want to thank Audible for supporting Write a Killer Mystery. And if you haven't experienced listening to books, there's a link to a 30-day free subscription to Audible in the description below, so I encourage you to check it out. I listen to a lot of audiobooks, and it's a great way to read, say, as you're driving, or for me, it's out in the garden weeding, especially this time of year. And you can still experience the stories, and you can still... One of the things I like about Audible for writers is you hear how the sentences work. I don't know how to explain it, but you do. You hear how the sentences work. So I encourage you to click the link and give Audible a try. It's a lot of fun. I want to thank you. And if you have any questions or any comments about reading and how it's inspired your writing, please leave them below. I'd love to hear from you about how reading has helped you as a writer. All right, thank you so much, and I will see you next week.